What is going on, guys? It is Dave. It is Friday morning at about 8:30. We've showered, had our breakfast, gotten our coffee ready. So we are going to stay in the apartment today and study for a few hours. Nothing too crazy. Today is Friday. It is our day off of work. But we do have to go in today at noon for some injury training. But we're just going to kind of take today lightly, kind of stay here, do some relaxing studying, and then just kind of see what comes of the rest of the day. Probably get prepared for this weekend. I am going to Colorado, so I'll not be posting videos Saturday or Sunday, but I will be back on Monday with some exciting news for you guys, hopefully. So other than that, yeah, let's hit this studying. What is going on, guys? I just got done studying for a little bit over an hour, and I wanted to give you guys a few tips, specifically for those of you who are in high school or lower. But you could apply this to college or any area of life, but I just wanted to make it high school specific for this video. So my first tip would be to do some sort of after school activity, whether that's sports is a really good option because there are a lot of people and you're doing physical activity, so you're staying in shape. Or two, some sort of club, and that's good because you're doing something that you're interested in, like a hobby, and you're also meeting people with similar interests. So that's good too. So either one of those are really good for doing after school activities. And in high school, it's kind of the time to figure out what you're interested in, kind of find what you enjoy to do, what you like to spend your time on. So both of those two things are really good at doing that, and they also provide you mental and physical benefits as well. And my second tip would be, if you aren't interested in doing either of those, would be to find a part-time job. It doesn't have to be a hard job. I remember when I was 15, my first job was at a shoe store, and I worked like 10 hours a week. But just find a job so you can learn things like being on time, taking orders, how to structure your day when you're at work and you have to get certain tasks done. It's really good to learn those things before you get to college, so that when you get to college or even to the professional career, you already have these skills developed. So the better you'll interview, the better you'll be prepared for everything else in life. And it's a good way to make a little bit of extra money. And saving, you can never start doing that too soon, so I would definitely recommend doing that. Tip number 3 is going to be read books on every single topic you can find. By reading books in high school on different topics, like maybe business, sports, economics, history, whatever it may be that you think you might be interested in, reading books is a really good way to gauge your interest. If you loved a book on a certain topic, maybe you get more books on that topic and you figure out that, wow, I really enjoy doing this, I really enjoy learning about it. And maybe you don't, and then so you can scratch that off your list. But it's a really good way to find out what you're interested in. So I definitely recommend that. Fourth would be to use YouTube to your advantage. A site like YouTube is really great for finding a lot of information fast. You just have to make sure that you're obviously finding it from reliable sources. But it's a great way to find people who are in your situation, people who have been through your situation. Overall, it's just a great way to relate to the outside world in a sense. So I believe that was number 4. I might be getting off track here, but I'll go with tip number 5, and that would be to keep yourself busy during the weekends. Whether that's maybe studying, reading, working, maybe hanging out with friends, going on a road trip every now and then. Do something to keep yourself busy. Because in college, a lot of the time that you're going to have to work is going to be on the weekends. At least it is for me. Maybe it's different for some other people, but I make most of my money working on the weekends because my weekdays are full of homework, full of class, and that sort of thing. So I like to work on the weekends because it offers me a great opportunity to make a lot of money in a very short amount of time rather than working every single day during the week. I'm able to work maybe 1 or 2 days during the week. Okay, rule 6 is going to be, as much as you're at this time in your life where you want to be with your friends, kind of get away from your parents. Keep your parents close. Your parents are always looking out for your best interests, even if you don't think it at the time. I know I certainly had some times where I was like, wow, my dad's an idiot. But now that I'm in college and I've kind of been through the 16, 17 year ages, I recognize that my dad was always there to help me and have my back. So definitely keep your family close, closer than your friends. Even though I know high school is a time where it's all about your friends, just make sure you keep your family close and still do things with them, because your family is going to be there once you leave high school, and most of your friends in high school aren't. I only talked to 1 or 2 people from my high school of over 1,400 people, so keep that in mind. So yeah, that's going to kind of wrap up this little tips video. Remember, you can apply these tips to college or to the professional life in general. But I just wanted to do one specifically for high school because I know that a lot of these tips, if I would have figured these out when I was in high school, they would have helped me a lot, because I didn't really start figuring them out until about my junior and senior years. But if you can figure these out in your early years, you're going to have a really great high school experience. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel. I've been uploading every day. I plan to do 5 days a week, continued out throughout the entire summer. So please share this channel if you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thanks.